This is an instructional video on how to play the song What Would You Say by the Dave Matthews Band. I'm going to show you the main riff, the main part of the song, the chorus, and then his little bridge thing that he does, his little jam, if you'll call it that. This is the main part, the majority of the song, the meat and potatoes of the song, if you will. It's going to go. Alright, now that probably didn't help some of you, so I'll show you slow down what that actually is. It starts off with a slide on the E string from 3 to 5, and then you're going to hit your D string on the 5th, and then it's a slide down on your G string from 4 to 2, so it sounds like this. And then a slide back up on your B string from 3 to 5, so it's going to go. That was a 5 on the low E string, and a 5 on your B string after that little slide there too. And then a 3 on the E string, 2 on your G string, and then a little bend on 2 to 3 on your B string. And then you're going to hit your open B string and a 2-2 on GD. Altogether, it's going to sound like this. Slowed down, slowed down, this is how it goes. Now, when Dave is playing a song, he pretty much never stops moving his right hand. He strums his heart out on every song. So you're going to have to learn to mute strings as you're going, because he's going to hit, 3 or 4 at a time and actually only be playing maybe 1 or 2. That's going to sound something like this. Alright, so you've got a couple of little muted strums in there, but you'll pick that up as you go. It actually kind of becomes second nature to you after you play for a little while. The chorus is very easy. It's just 4 minor chords. It's going to be a F minor on just the top 3 strings. Dave very rarely plays a full bar chord, so it's just the top 3 strings on all 4 of these chords. F minor, which is just 1 on the E string, and then 3-3 on the A and D. And then you're going to move that pattern up to the G, so make a G minor, and then an A minor, same pattern. We're going to go back down to the G, and then the last 4 chords are F, E, F, G, but they're kind of quick. It goes. So the whole chorus is going to go. And then you're just going to be back to your main little jig here. Alright, so bounce between those two for a couple of times, listen to the song, you'll realize the patterns and the flow and how everything goes until he gets to his little jam, where he actually does just a couple of simple chords, and either Boyd will go off on his violin, or Tim will do something just depending on who he's with and who's on stage with him. Those chords, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't really know what the names are, but I'll show you how to do them. It's going to go. What that is just a, it's kind of similar to one of the chords in Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix, but that's another video, don't worry about that. The first chord to the little jam here is an open E string, and then 7th fret A string, D string on the 5th fret, G string 7th fret, and B string 8th fret, open high E. It's going to go like that. Alright? and then you're going to bounce to a barred 5th fret, 7th fret A string, D string is obviously back on your 5th fret because you got it barred, G string on the 6th fret, B string on the 8th, and then again your E will be on the 5th because we got it barred. So that's going to sound like this. And then he falls back up here to a just A string on, your 3 strings up here. Your D, G, and B are all going to be barred on the 2nd fret. And then you're going to hit a chord that's some kind of minor 7th or something. It's A string 3rd fret, D string 2nd fret, and your G string 3rd fret. And then this is one of Dave's more, I don't know if famous is the right word, but he uses these kind of chords in a lot of songs. And it's just a octave chord. It's going to be a muted E string, and then a 2nd fret on your A string, muted D string, 4th fret on your G string. Those two notes are octaves of each other. It's the same note, just 8 steps up. So you're going to go, and then he's just got a little hammer here, which are a hammer-on pull-off type deal, which is going to be open E string and then 3/0 pull-off on the E string, and then a hammer-on from 5 to 7 on the A string. So it's going to go, and then back to the first chord. Now at the end there, I just threw in a little random kind of jazz funk chord, whatever you want to call it, that he uses every once in a while. It's one of the main chords out of the song. Has anyone seen the bridge? You'll recognize it from that. You'll hear it every once in a while in Ants Marching, and every once in a while it sounds good to just throw it in whenever you get a chance. To do this chord, you're going to use your ring finger, that one, not giving anybody the bird, it's that one right there, and bar your G, B, and E strings on the 12th fret. This is kind of a tough chord, so it'll take some practice. And then your middle finger, you'll put on the 12th fret on your A string, and on your D string, you'll use your first finger on the 11th. And then it goes. Alright, and that's pretty much all there is to that song, other than, you have to make up some lead parts. You can just do that unless someone else in the band has some lead time, whether you have a violin player or whatever. Part of Dave's amazing ability is his talent at ad-libbing and, just kind of making it up as he goes. So once you kind of pick up the ability to recognize scales that are used in songs and chord progressions, you'll be able to do that yourself. But what I just showed you is the meat and potatoes of the song "What Would You Say" by Dave Matthews.